What is going on, everybody, and welcome. Where is the entire Crow fam? In this one, we have the honor to receiving another great team in the Chronos chain that it's obviously going to have a lot of expectations from many people here, holders. We're going through a lot of difficult times, everybody. If you're watching this, you have holding Chronos, you're seeing the price, you're seeing the news, you're seeing the expectations. But good projects continue building during these times, and that is exactly what I'm going to be talking throughout this AMA session. Please allow me to welcome Sean, founder of GDRT token, Good Driver Rewards token. How you doing, Sean?
I'm good, Oscar. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to have this AMA with you. So I appreciate your time and energy put into Chronos and for giving a little bit up to me. So yeah, thank you.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you very much for reaching out. And in this time, I mean, there's a lot of people. I've seen the spaces on Twitter. I've seen the engagement from everyone, really, as far as having an opinion when it comes to the project, when it comes to all of these things, when it comes to Chronos. And I mean, most of us agree that this is the time for us to continue building, learning, exploring, doing our research, and really putting the best positions here. So when the bull market comes, there it is. Finally, we can become financially free. Now, in this case, your project GDRT has some very unique capabilities that I'm very, interested to know more about it. So why don't we go ahead and start gearing towards what you are here for? GDRT, what's the project about, Sean?
So GDRT stands for Good Driver Reward Token, GDR token. So basically what we're trying to achieve is creating a safer road more than anything, piggybacking on that as well as to onboard as many people as we can into crypto.com and Chronos in general, bring them into the DeFi space. And we think that this can be a great onboarding tool. It's a mobile app. You can download it. It's something that new people that are weary about crypto don't want to necessarily invest into it. They're able to download the app, drive around, and earn GDRT as a reward for driving safe. We want to incentivize driving the speed limit. A little bit of background on me. I own an insurance brokerage. We're in 10 states in the US. And a second goal that I've now come forward with is I want to unite crypto and insurance together. And that's how this whole thing is gonna take off, I think. So, but that's the gist of it, honestly. It's an app you download, you drive around, you drive the speed limit, and you earn crypto. Right now, it's just GDRT, but if we can be successful, we want to try to make it to where we can get other tokens to be earned as well while driving. So that's short and sweet for you.
Thank you very much for that, Sean. One of the things that everyone watching has to understand is, I've covered many different teams and projects behind, before, and especially in the Chronos chain, or someone who wants to come to Chronos, the community, you won't hear, you won't see founders' faces that often. And I can stress that a lot. I've known some very reliable projects that I've talked to the leader, the Chronos head, Ken, and I've asked this question in my previous AMA, saying, "How about, can we really trust someone because they're not showing, they're not doxed?" And you coming here and showing exactly who you are, I think that speaks volumes, right? And from everything that I've seen, there's a lot of advancement and project, and we're gonna be touching base on that throughout the AMA session. But I wanted just to put that out so everybody's aware. Not everyone building something in crypto, especially in DeFi, has the guts to show its face. So that's really, really good. Now, you're pitching right now to the Crow fam, to the Chronos space. Why do you think Crow fam should care about what this project entails? What's in it for them that you're coming here and saying, we care about driving, we care about safety, we care about you downloading this application? It's really something right now for Crow fam user holders throughout this difficult pain season for DeFi. Why should they care, Sean?
I think they should care because I think crypto.com and Chronos in general, the whole ecosystem is the number one regulated exchange and platform out there. And I think that they are driving towards onboarding as many people as they can to do peer-to-peer transactions. And when it comes to the Crow fam, like, I'm a loaded lion. I love crypto.com. The loaded lion was the first NFT I ever bought, and I actually didn't get to mint it. I bought it on secondary market. But for the Crow fam, like this is a contract that's a little bit different as far as how it can benefit, the Crow fam in general. Imagine growing an ecosystem around crypto.com by an application that people can get involved with into crypto for free. And I think that speaks volumes for bringing on people into our ecosystem, is giving them something for free that they can try out. Once they can get involved with crypto.com, they can move over to the DeFi wallet and learn the DeFi space of things. And I'm a sole believer that crypto in general is going to be the savior for people financially. I think that it's a way for us to take back our financial freedom. We've been tied down in this economy and this world that we've lived in for so long. And when I staked my tokens and I got the Visa card and I got that box, like one thing that really resonated with me was the card that came with it, that Chris basically put in there, that he's striving for that same goal, I believe. And I think a lot of the Crow fam feels the same way. And I think that this could be great. And to piggyback one more thing is everybody that's involved with crypto.com and the Crow fam, they want to get as much Crow as they can. And that's one thing that's beautiful about our contract, is that we're a rewards contract. And a lot of those contracts, when they first came out, they took advantage of people and they built the hype to bring people in, getting them to think that they're going to get a bunch of rewards. We're a little bit different because we want to give people rewards of Crow for holding GDRT. But we also took that whole rewards concept of earning something by holding something, and we're using that for our whole incorporation that we formed. And that's where we don't need to worry about selling GDRT to generate revenue. We want to generate Crow rewards from holding the GDRT and working as much as we can. And so if the community can understand that and see the beauty of a rewards contract and the tax that comes into it, it can be beautiful for both sides, for the company as well as for all the holders and the Crow fam in general. But just look at this as a great onboarding tool to bring more and more people into crypto.com and CRONOS. That's what I see this as.
Appreciate that, Sean. You mentioned a lot of things here that for you it's obviously very simple, but I mean, there's gonna be beginners here who, I mean, they're gonna have a little bit more time to understand, and we'll go ahead and help them. That first and foremost, guys, if you're coming in, don't forget to smash the like button, please, and go ahead and take a look at all the links down below so to support GDRT token, because I do want to touch on the tokenomics and the project roadmap. Anything when we have a new token, especially pitch into the Crow fam, there's so many out there, but just a few of them are willing to show the true colors and who's really behind it. Now, you mentioned about staking, and one of my questions I have for you, Sean, is, well, besides earning some points on an application for good driving, is there any more utility to that? And you mentioned that staking, and I know there's a founders NFT that you already are having on your website. So what's really this project involving for the Crow family that are really interested to go to the next level with this?
So first off, I'll say that I'm not striving to have people buy our token on the exchange or on the decentralized DEX. I want people to earn this token by driving around and earning it. The way that they can benefit, I guess, from getting into this is to look at our founders NFT. It comes with over 16 billion GDRT. You basically mint the founders NFT for 450 Crow. You get that NFT as well as you get over 16 billion GDRT. And I've partnered with Crow King as well as Crowdex, and we are forming reward pools. So far with Crowdex, you can earn XCRX, and with Crow King, you can earn GDRT for sure. And then you can also earn CRX, which is or CRK, which is the Crow King token. We also have the CRONOS Burst token. We also have VVS on there. And I'm drawing a blank, but I know that there's one more. Hang on, I'll tell you. But there's basically 4 tokens that you can earn, or 5 tokens that you can earn. And we want to bring Tonic as well. We're trying to unite a lot of the projects that are part of the CRONOS ecosystem together and bring exposure to them. And we think we can do that through this app as well. So you get 16 billion GDRT with the founders NFT. And the NFT acts as a booster as well. With CRODEX, you can stake the NFT with the tokens and then earn XCRX, and I believe you get a 3% boost per NFT, and you can stake up to 3 of them there for a 9% boost. And then on the CroKing ecosystem, each NFT is worth a 10% boost when you stake. So Verse, VVS, CRK, and GDRT can be earned. And this is a really good way for people to get involved by just buying an NFT and getting the tokens as well. And if you start out the way I've tried to present people to look at it this way, is you would stake your GDRT with your founder's NFT, and you're going to start earning more GDRT. Then you can then take those rewards and move them over into another pool like CRK, VVS, Verse, or then take them over to CRODEX and start earning XCRX. And it's a way to where people can continuously move their tokens over to keep earning. And I think this is like part of the big picture of DeFi is people being able to lay their head down at night and sleep and still earn residual passive income, while they're sleeping.
That
So
what you're saying there? Just want to pitch in something here because it's the nuclear truth of DeFi. For everybody watching, what Sean was saying is you get your GDRT, you purchase the NFT, you get your GDRT tokens. Then you have all of these partnerships you guys have already established where you can use those tokens and make more money just by staking here and then here and then here because these pools have already been enabled. And you're not noticing that not only you have more GDRT, you have a brand new token and another one and another one. Because I've done it with VVS Finance when you stake on a pool on a launch pad. I mean, just examples inside the CRONOS chain. And that what you're doing, which you're collaborating with other different CRONOS teams, that's great. Obviously, GDRT token is not in the top 10 most known projects in CRO, but the fact that you're putting yourself, and I do want to go into the team and everyone who's behind this right now, when you started this project, because it really shows, longevity. And I think that's what a lot of holders, serious holders want to see. But I wanted to make sure that people understood here that DeFi is exactly this. You take $100 fiat, you take a chance with an asset, for example, this one, and then those $100 might go up and down in value, but long term in good projects and blockchains, it does pay off. Now, Sean, go ahead.
Well, I just want to intervene really quick too, because I think that this is really cool. So when you do stake your GDRT on the CroKing ecosystem, remember that we are a rewards contract. So if you're holding over 2.5 billion GDRT, you earn Crow rewards based off the trading volume of the contract. So one thing that's cool with CroKing is that when you stake your tokens there, a lot of times you go to stake your tokens and you're going to lose that benefit where you're going to earn the Crow rewards or any other token, Ethereum, BTC, USDT, you name it. When you're staking in CroKing, you earn your tokens you're trying to stake for, and you still earn the Crow rewards from the actual trading volume. So you don't penalize yourself from losing that benefit of the rewards contract, which is really nice. So it's something that stands out to me, and I think a lot of people in general.
We all want to make money in this market, and I know it's difficult to make it through staking, holding, waiting, while you see meme coins rallying all the way to the moon. I get it, fam. I am the position of I'm staking my Tectonic, my VVS, my MMF, all these tokens that 2 years ago or a year and a half ago were really popular. But after all of this mess, the bear market and everything, guess what? John here is a clear example that they're still working. They're still putting up new things. I've been on Twitter Spaces on many different Twitter influencers or on CRONOS and the community just to try to grab a sense of what's being built and discussed. And I think if you guys are going to survive this bear market, I can only imagine the bullish future goals of you guys in the bull in about a year and a half from now. And I think this is a great way for me to start asking you, Sean, when do you guys start this project? Who is behind this project? Are you the only face from this project? Because I want people watching here know exactly who is responsible for this.
So I take full responsibility for this project. It's basically me. I started this over 2 years ago. I launched it myself on Ethereum, actually. And the people that got involved with that, we airdropped them the new contract when we brought it to CRONOS. And the reason we came to CRONOS is because I saw the benefit of the low fees for us as well as for the users, using an app where they drive around, they're going to want to withdraw their rewards into their wallet. I wanted something with low fees. So, like I say, I started this 2 years ago. I launched the actual new token not even a year ago. I think it's been 8 or 9, it's been about 9 months now. And when I say it's just me, I just mean that like I'm the guy that's driving all this. Now that doesn't mean that I'm working alone. I have other people in the background that are part of the project. I have Josh. If anybody knows him, he's part of the Crow King. He created Crow King. He created the contract for me, and he's been doxxed. You guys can go check him out. And then I also work with Naj, which is working on our D app. He is not doxxed, and I don't think that's going to happen. But I don't care. I like Naj a lot. He does some good work, and I also use a team that I pay for. I kind of consider them an independent contractor, and they are with Crowdbotics. They're the ones that are working on the application itself, and so I'm taking Crowdbotics, which is a Web2 app, company that they can build for me, and then I'm using Naj and Josh to create the Web3 portion of this, and basically take a Web2 app and merge it into Web3. And users won't even know that they're even dealing with Web3 yet, and we're going to get them involved without them even realizing it. But that's basically the team. I'm working with Crowdbotics. It is a cost to me personally. That I have to fund. And so I'm currently working on building my own team out. And I haven't moved away from Crowdbotics. I may not, I may still keep them, but that's the gist of the team per se.
Perfect. Thank you, Sean, for that. Transparency is key. That's a big one for me. Projects come to me for reviews, and I go through many different factors where I can say, you know what, guys, not financial advice as always, but this looks like a good opportunity. And one of those top tier concerns I always have is about the security, the audits, the reviews from the experts that go through contracts that can KYC and more. Talk to me about that, Sean. How are we looking in the audits, in the contracts as a potential, growing project? Have you done something like that, or are you planning to have that done soon in the future? Tell me how that involved.
Yeah, I'm going to do audits. I haven't done them yet. The only reason I haven't done any audits is because we have not released the final update for the app. And that's where we're going to link the Web 2 to Web 3, put everything tied in with the blockchain. And it's going to run to where people can pull their rewards out from the app and put them, into their DeFi wallet. So I haven't done an audit yet just because I need to have that completed and have it running 100% before an audit gets done so that everybody sees complete transparency across the whole ecosystem in general. But we definitely do plan on doing audits. Right now, the contract is out there. You guys can review it and check it out. It's pretty straightforward and transparent. The only thing you guys would question is the tax being adjusted. We can go into that when you're ready on the tokenomics, but I don't plan on ever adjusting the tax. It's a 7% tax, and we'll go over that when you're ready. But audits are coming, but they're going to come in due time when I'm ready to do it. And right now, there's not really too much worry per se for the contract. So when everything links up with the mobile app, and this is where people can try to cheat the system and whatnot, I think that's where the audit's going to really come into play. And so I'm going to get that completed, but it has to happen in due time.
Thank you, Sean, for that. Obviously, I think it's very important. So that's a great recommendation. I think to keep peace of mind to everyone. But so what you're saying is, of course, waiting for that full launch of the application on that. That's pretty cool. I do want to touch a little bit more on that application. Tell me, is it available on only iOS or also on Android? And what is the name of the application once they download it? How will they go about in signing up? And how is that process? Walk us through that so people can understand and do it later on when they have a chance, right? And also tell us the name of the website so all the information is explained. By the way, everybody, you're watching us and you have a question for Sean, put it in the chat right now. We're taking all questions very soon.
So GDR token. I mean, that's what you search for. It's on Android and iOS. The website is gdrtoken.com. You can simply go there. You can check out our white paper, and you can click a button to download the app. It's pretty simple, and create your account. But just look for GDR token, good driver reward token.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Now, I want to also touch base on the tokenomics because it's something that a lot of people are very curious when it comes to what is your supply and what are you going to be doing to maybe reduce it, burn tax, and more. Talk to us about that. What is the distribution on the project's tokenomics, Sean?
So the total supply is what blows people away, and I understand it, but they have to see the big picture here. We have a 1 quadrillion supply. Most of that is actually
Similar to
locked up.
Shiba Inu.
Correct. And most of it's actually locked up. It's going to be used for rewards. I mean, that's the whole point of this whole application, is to reward people for driving. So, I mean, as I look, like I have kind of a breakdown I can give you, but we have 4 wallets that have been set up. 3 of them were set at a 12-month lock, and then one of them was set at a 6-month lock. And they hold, I believe it's over 60, I want to say like 65% of the supply is held there, and it's held strictly for rewards. And then we can break it down a little further. We have dev wallets that have been set up. There's one for me, one for Naj, one for Josh. And then I have an extra one set up as well that I haven't actually really utilized. I was going to bring somebody in, but I haven't. So they're just sitting there right now. And then we have a company wallet. And I like to stress to people that we have these wallets, but we don't have any intention of selling GDRT. Again, we want to work as hard as we can to grow this as big as we can. And the more successful we are as growing it, the more success there's going to be of trading volume. And that's where we earn our paycheck, which is in Crow rewards. So the rewards wallets for the application, they do not earn Crow rewards. But our dev wallets do, and that's how we get paid. And then we also have 4 wallets that are set up for, like, I call them marketing wallets, but currently they're earning Crow rewards as well. And we take those rewards and we're putting them to the side, or currently right now we're actually doing buybacks of GDRT. And that'll happen for a while. And just so everybody knows, the buybacks of GDRT, we are then pushing over into the NFT. So we have 2 wallets that are set up for the NFTs. So if you hold, I say NFTs because there's 2 of them. So we have the Crow Rewards NFT, and then we also have the Founders NFT. So if you hold those NFTs, you actually get airdrops of Crow just for holding those as well. So we're doing buybacks and moving that over. And then we also have partnership wallets. And what I want to do with partnership wallets is I want to create a multi-signature wallet. And my idea of having these wallets, there's 5 of them, and I want to utilize them to create partnerships with bigger companies. So I want you to imagine that if I partnered with a big advertising company and I was able to create a multi-signature wallet and give this wallet and full of GDRT to them, and they hold them for life, the better that they work at marketing and providing this to the people, the more trading volume we will have, which then they will earn Crow. And that's the mindset I had for creating these 5 wallets. I want you to imagine like a marketing wallet for a marketing team. And we could use one wallet, say, for a rideshare company. We could use one wallet for a trucking company. I could use one wallet to, create, I say, like a company that I may use. Maybe I move away from Crowdbotics, or maybe I make a partnership with them, and they get that wallet. And the better that they do to maintain the app and make sure it keeps moving forward with changes on iOS and Android, and they keep it up and running, the more that they'll get rewarded in Crow. So that's why I said that this rewards contract is a little different, because I really want to use the actual reward side of it to drive the process of growing this whole corporation. And then I also, guys, like, I mean, I hopefully you see this right here, but I love the Loaded Lions and the Cyber Cubs. And I personally took funds of my own and opened up 2 wallets, one for the Cyber Cubs and one for the Loaded Lions. And we actually hold GDRT in there, and that earns Crow rewards as well. And, since they were able to do that road trip from, CDC over to the DeFi side, I now have the ability to send those rewards to the holders of those NFTs. So for the trading volume, trading volume has to happen for Crow rewards to happen, but Once those wallets get big enough, I'll be able to do an airdrop to the holders of the Loaded Lions and the Cyber Cubs, which I think is pretty cool.
Beautiful. So what I'm hearing a lot is that for being a one-man army, there's a lot going on right now with this project in your head, and
Mhm.
obviously you're not letting it. You're not gonna cool this off if you have some type of momentum. You want to take everything and capitalize on the opportunity and reward holders of the NFTs with more airdrops and reward, which I think that's what a lot of people are looking for. Plus, adding once the application is done and set, having that backbone security audit, I think that will add even more compelling evidence for people, if they're still on the fence. And I see you personally, I see you on your project on the Twitter spaces trying to collaborate and, engage with the Crow fam. I think it's really working out when it comes to putting yourself and the brand out there. Once we go through a lot of these messes in the different cycles, I'm sure that you can even apply to the CRONOS accelerator. Have you thought about that?
I have applied. I don't know if they want to bring me on just because I'm already a project that's running, but I will never give up. I'm going to apply again and we'll see what happens. I hope they see what I'm trying to do as far as using a Web2 mobile app that can onboard as many people as we can into CRONOS. I think it could be a big home run. So I won't ever stop hounding them, let's say.
I think that's really important when it comes to moving Web 2 users to Web 3 and your application by letting some people drive, earning some GDRT tokens. Then with those, you can also stake it, and then you can go ahead and pitch in for an NFT and then earn Crow rewards on airdrops. This is a funnel that it could be very interesting for some bigger players if you are open to those ideas when it comes to partnerships. And you just mentioned that you have some reward partnerships pools ready in your contract. So it does seem that in your experience in insurance, you do have a plan and the execution is just missing. Plus, a good and better environment in DeFi could also bring you a better return. Plus, if you get any chance to get close to the Chronos Accelerator, in fact, I'm a mentor for that, and we're going to be starting in May later this month, reviewing so many different projects. So I gotta tell you, I mean, I can only imagine how far and fast you can go as you continue growing your team, which to that, very good job. Now, for 2023, Sean, and 2024, people here watching want to know for sure what's up there. Like, what are you planning on delivering, or what are your goals for the rest of the year? Where do you see this GDRT token heading? And are you also interested in providing more value as the holders start buying your NFT founders asset?
So 2023 into 2024, it's hard to give a timeline of what I want to do. I can just tell you this much, that I'm not going to stop pushing forward. It's really going to come down to organic growth. I started this whole adventure and I brought it to CRONOS because I loved Crow and I saw the potential of what the Crow fam can be. This is going to be an organic growth opportunity for everybody. So I'll say this much. There's 3,001 NFTs, and that's for the Crow Rewards NFT as well as for the Founders NFT. The Crow Rewards NFT is already minted out and they're done. The Founders NFT is next. And one thing that I say, and I say this, I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I think that a lot of this is going to come down to regulation, especially with the insurance industry, and everything tying in together. And it's going to take time. And I think that 2023 into 2024, we're going to see a lot more regulation come in. And I think that's when I'm going to be able to take the next leap. But I'll say this much. A lot of people have looked at NFTs as scams, as an NFT where somebody launches it and they sell as many as they can, they take the funds and they overpromise, underdeliver, and then they walk away. I looked at NFTs a little bit differently, and this is where regulation is going to come in. Um, I think NFTs can be utilized on a massive scale for small business owners. Um, I incorporated this company, and if I can make this possible, everybody that holds, not holds, I should say, everybody that mints the founder's NFT, I hope that they don't go sell it on the secondary market. I hope they hold it and they utilize it as a booster for the time being while I continue to work. Because I want to make it to where if you hold that NFT, you are a shareholder of our company. It's probably going to come down to KYCing and putting yourself out there a little bit to do this. But I think that NFTs can be utilized as a way to be a shareholder in a company, and not just look at it as a PFP or a way to earn some tokens by staking them somewhere. I think that we could create a DAO, and we could have governance within this DAO, and people can have a say of where this company moves. Because at the end of the day, like, I created this project because a friend of mine was hit by a car, and you know I truly think that we can change the mindset of people and reward them for doing something good. And I want to make this a project that's not just about, the guys at the top that are running the corporation. I would like to make it a project and a company that is ran by we the people. I'm somebody that stands very firm on we the people, and that we have the power as long as we unite, and we stick together and we push forward in the right direction. And I'm looking for the people that see this vision to mint our founders NFT and give me the time and give regulation the time to push forward so that we can create this as an organic growth ecosystem that we, the people, run and own. Um, and that's something that's really big for me to achieve with an NFT. I don't think many people have tried to do this, and it's probably because of regulation, but I'm definitely going to push forward to try to make that happen. Um, and I go in a little bit more, and I tend to ramble, Oscar. So if I'm rambling, you want to cut me off, by all means do so.
No, you're
But
fine. Go for it.
I've been in the insurance industry for 10 plus years. If we can unite crypto and insurance together, like that's the end game goal for me with this app, as far as, growing Web3 and crypto and adoption. Um, I want to unite crypto and insurance together. And I said earlier that, like, I don't want people to buy this token. I want them to earn it through the app. Where I think the buy pressure is going to be, I think it's going to come from insurance brokerages like mine. When I say brokerage, like, I have an insurance agency and we're in 10 states. And I'm going to give you guys a rundown, and I hope you can follow me along here. But I want you to see the big picture, that insurance companies make money when they have people paying their insurance policy every month and they're paying a premium. Now, if you're driving around and you get into an accident, or you get into a ticket, or you get a ticket, what happens? Typically, your insurance premium raises, and that's because you're more of a risk. You're more of a liability for that insurance company to insure you. So if we can create a safer road by rewarding people that do something the right way, it's going to benefit everybody. And the reason why is because insurance brokerages make money off of selling policies to insurance companies, or for insurance companies. The insurance company gets all that money, but the brokerage gets a certain percentage of that money. They get commission for selling insurance policies. So if they can incentivize their drivers to drive safe and not get into accidents or not get tickets, it only benefits the driver because they're keeping their premium down. They're also getting rewarded to drive around with the mobile app and earn GDRT. Now, if we can get on the bandwagon of brokerages being able to reward their insureds with a GDRT bonus, I think that's the game changer. And I plan on doing that with my brokerage. I have to look into regulations a little bit more, but it's already happening with insurance companies like the big guys, where they'll give you like $100 kickback or $100 off your deductible if you, say, drive around for 6 months and you don't get into an accident. They reward you. There's no reason that we can't use GDRT as the reward, mechanism. And there's thousands upon thousands of insurance brokerages across the U.S. that will have the ability, I hope, to be able to partake in getting the GDRT token and offering it to their insureds as a reward bonus. And the incentive to this for the brokerage is it keeps their loss ratio down. Insurance companies, they don't want claims. They don't want people getting into accidents because they have to pay out millions of dollars. So if the insurance company pays out less claims, they're making more money. If the brokerage themselves can sell the policy and have insureds getting less accidents, then they keep their loss ratio down, which means that they make more money on their percentage of their commission. So if they can reward people to try to achieve that, everybody's winning. And the way I see this is if my brokerage was to say, give you, Oscar, you know, GDRT as a reward bonus after driving around for 6 months and not getting into an accident, and you had two options, you could say, okay, I can take this GDRT and sell it on the exchange, or I could actually give it back to the such and such brokerage that rewarded me, and I could use that as a form of payment for my renewal on my policy. This incentivized brokerages to buy GDRT and hold it, for one, to earn Crow rewards, and for two, to use it as a token in a big ecosystem that everybody is using to get rewarded. And if I can branch this out
Got
with
it.
my brokerage and show it to everybody else, I think it could be a game changer.
Well, everybody, if you wanted a lecture about insurance in America, you got it with Sean. Obviously, you know what you're talking about. Guys, it all comes down with this project. Sean has a big plan from what I hear, from what I see, and it's years in the making, 2+ years, and it still has years to go because it's not because he's incapable, it's just because of the market, the industry adoption, oversight, and regulation. So once all of that gets better for crypto, the dreams you have for this project are going to go much faster. That's exactly what it is. But I'm very happy to see this in CRONOS for the Crow fam and already started with some delicious rewards. Now, I'm going to move on here to almost the end of our AMA with the comments, and I will go ahead and get some final thoughts from Sean. And I really like some of the comments that we're hearing here because they're telling us what they're going and seeing with the application. We have Jogi saying, be using the GDRT token for over, or the app for over a year. You got a nice bag. Got my wife using also with her own wallet set up. So kudos to Jogi. That's really good. We have Red Bear saying, been using the app for almost a year now. I have 15K miles on it with the amplifier program in place. When it comes in time to transfer to the wallet, I'm gonna get a lot of tokens. Get the app, fam. We got also Trollcoin from CRONOS talking about us. That's really good. Welcome, Trollcoin. That's awesome. GDRT will drive all over those trolls out there. So we always welcome the community pros and cons, views to a token. This is exactly what a community is about. Not everybody's gonna agree, but we welcome all conversations. Now, Sean, thank you very much for the chat, for bringing all of this. This is awesome. What are your final thoughts to the crowdfund community watching right now? And there's going to be more people watching later on as this project becomes more known, more used. I strongly recommend, getting that application done and set up so we can get that audit. I think it's going to provide a lot of utility and knowledge for people, but it does seem that it's in your radar as well. Final thoughts for the crowdfund, Sean. Anything you want to add?
Well, I want to touch on one thing is that you brought up somebody talking about the amplifier program. No project is ever going to be successful if they don't have revenue coming into the project. Our revenue is going to be the Crow rewards, and we have to understand something that, like, I'm working on a push notification right now to where we can actually advertise NFT projects that we see as a good project, and that'll generate revenue. We have the ability to create advertising within the mobile app. That'll create revenue. The amplifier program, you guys, is really cool. No one else is doing what I'm trying to do. So check out the amplifier program and understand how it works. If this is how you get set up, if you want to mint 2 NFTs of ours, the founders, you get enough tokens. You get over 16 billion. So Amplifier 1.0, if you're driving around, you earn 100 GDRT, and you go to withdraw it from your mobile app to your DeFi, you're just going to get 100 GDRT. But if you hold 30 billion GDRT in your wallet, we will read that with our contract and we will double your withdrawal. Now, if you end up holding our Crow Rewards NFT with the 30 billion, then you're going to get a triple your withdrawal. If you hold the Founders NFT, you're going to get a quadruple withdrawal. And the multiplier just keeps going up after this fact, because when we work with NFT projects, and you hold their NFT, you get a multiplier with their NFT as well. So you have to be part of Amplifier 1, 2, and 3. And then any NFT that we have within the app right now, go check it out. They'll work as an amplifier as well. So it's only 3,001 people that are going to be able to do this. Imagine every Amazon driver, Uber, Lyft, UPS, FedEx, truck drivers, bus drivers, moms taking their kids to school, you're taking a trip to Vegas, whatever it is, people are going to be able to generate passive residual income while doing something the right way on the road. And I think that this can blow up massively if we, the people, support it. And that's what I'm looking for you guys to do, is tell everybody about this app. It's free to use. It's a great onboarding tool into crypto.com. And I think we can kind of help change the world and the mindset of people through a simple app that you use while driving. And thank you so much for your time, Oscar, and everybody that came in here. I really appreciate your support. I really do. That's it.
Thank you, Sean, for that. Appreciate all that info. We got a couple more, just a few more questions and one couple of comments here. Christopher saying, been using the project for a year as well. Collect GDRT along the way to work while at work. Crazy. Thank you very much for that. And Trollcoin CRONOS, he has a question. If you have all the tools, your own brokerage, why haven't you put this into action yet? Because all you have right now is a token, a subpar app. Then on another question or comment says, and in a dollar value, you receive back less than 1 cent in rewards for a 100 NFT, right? So take these comments, Sean, right, as feedback. If the Crow fam is expressing this, let this be the engine for what your objectives are, right? You know, that's, I don't know if you have any brief comments on that, and we conclude.
I love criticism. I want any feedback that I can get from anybody. So the reason that we haven't implemented everything and started using it with my brokerage is purely because of regulation. Regulation has to be put in place. I cannot do something that's illegal within the insurance industry. I mean, this is a licensed company that I have, and so I have to be able to do this with regulatory compliance. That's why we have not moved to that step yet. And honestly, there's 1 quadrillion supply. That scares a lot of people. It sounds crazy, but there's no, I can't say that I won't do a burn. I can't say that these tokens, a lot of them won't be allocated to partnerships of other companies that I'm able to utilize, and those tokens will basically just be locked. So what you get left is what's on the DEX and the exchange, and brokerages to be able to go buy the token and use it within this ecosystem that I'm trying to form of rewarding people to do something the right way. You know, you got to have patience with something. Nothing happens overnight, especially something as big as this. I think it's going to take more time, and that's it. And a subpar 2 app, I mean, that's your impression of it. I get it. You know, I paid Crowdbotics to help me build this application. I'm not doing it myself. And it takes one day at a time, one step at a time. And we keep doing upgrades and integrating more stuff. And the API tracking worked, and it's still working. And it's just going to get better and better. So if you believe in my vision, then you believe in it. And if you don't, you don't. And that's okay. Like, we're not going to have everybody that's going to flood to us and just embrace us. There's people that aren't going to believe in it, and that's the reality of it. But the people that do, I assure you, I'm not going to quit on this. I'm going to do everything that I can to create this whole ecosystem that I have in my mind, and I'm going to keep running with it. So that's where I'm at.
That's a great way to end this one. Thank you, Sean, for those final thoughts and the responses. Everybody in the chat, if you want to say thank you to Sean for coming into the AMA with Oscar Ramos, the Crow fam listening. Obviously, not the best time to be bullish because the prices are nasty. But when the blood on the streets, it's in the surface, it's when you want to attack in development and the vision. Because once we're in the FOMO and the green, everybody can do it because it's easy and because it's what just human nature does. Why will we go against the grain believing in projects? And like I've said at the beginning of this live, you're seeing the face of a person. That's not AI. You're seeing the face of a person that you have all the right not to trust, but at least there's a human behind this project. We've talked about so many projects, including some in CRONOS, and they don't show us a face. But I'm very happy to see Sean here. Thank you, Sean, for coming up. Appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next time. Appreciate it, Sean. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Oscar. Thanks, Crow fam. You guys have a blessed day and drive safe. I'm out.
Bye. Everybody. Oh, you want to see this? That's my desktop. Thank you so very much for coming to this space. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see just a couple of the comments here. Seeds are planted. Let's go. Keep doing what you do, Oscar. Trollcoin. Appreciate that a lot. Let's go, Crow fam. Keep up the good work. Thank you, guys. Well, I appreciate your time as always, trying to bring you the projects that obviously reach out and they want to be heard. And I'm very excited to have a great community with you guys here. Please be safe. I'll see you next time. Peace. Bless you, fam. Bye.